Welcome back to the After BL channel. As we saw in the previous part, that Jun Seong takes Seongyul outside, which Sang-won watches live on his phone. So his face turns angry. And he tells Secretary Jo to find Seongyul right now. Now ahead, then we are shown that Seongyul has come to Sang-won's office to meet Sang-won. Seeing the room as dimly lit, papers are scattered across the floor. Broken picture frame lies near the desk, shard of glass glinting faintly. Seongyul steps inside, eyes wide with concern. Seongyul softly said, "Hyung, why is it like this?" His eyes fall on Sang-won's hand, it's covered in blood. Seongyul rushing over and said, "You are bleeding. Are you okay? Let me see. Did you get cut on the glass? How did this happen? We need to go to the hospital." "No, call a doctor, quickly." Sang-won looking at him quietly and said, "I thought you left me." Then we are shown the scene of some time ago, where Jun Seong said, "So you are saying, you went there, and now you are going back. Is that it?" Seongyul guilt in his voice and said, "Jun Seong, I'm really sorry. I like Sang-won Hyung." Jun Seong said, "I'm not saying this because I think you are wrong. I just think Hyun is forcing you to stay." Seongyul said, "I'm doing this because I want to. Hyun never locked me up." Jun Seong pointedly, "He didn't even give your clothes or return your phone. Isn't that controlling?" Seongyul said, "It's still my choice." Jun Seong said, "You are crazy." Seongyul quietly said, "I'm sorry." Coming back to the present Sang-won's office, Seongyul said, "I didn't run away. I came back safely, didn't I?" Sang-won said, "I thought you wouldn't want to stay here anymore, that you would hate me after seeing my true self. I thought you were fed up that you ran away." Seongyul said, "That's not possible. I could never hate you, Hyung." Sang-won barely a whisper, "Then why did you leave?" Seongyul smiling faintly and said, "I'm sorry. You usually come home in the afternoon, so I went out a little earlier to buy some food." Sang-won said, "Shopping." Seongyul said, "You said you wanted seaweed soup for your birthday, right?" Sang-won said, "So that is why you left." Seongyul said, "Yes. Why would I run away when you are here?" Sang-won bitterly, "Seongyul, maybe you just lost your chance to save your life." Seongyul calmly said, "I don't mind." In one swift motion, Sang-won grabs Seongyul and throws him onto the couch, hovering over him. Sang-won's voice trembling, "If you knew how long I have wanted you, you would never have answered like that. I'm sorry, I'm just a little weak right now. Can I do this?" Seongyul gazing up at him and said, "If it's Hyung, I always like it." Sang-won, "You are still not well." Seongyul said, "But I'm almost healed now." Sang-won smiling faintly and said, "You are so cute, sweetheart. I want to have you right now." Then the romance between them began right there in the office. Seongyul's thoughts moves as he looked at Sang-won. How many times has this happened? I have felt the same rush over and over. I don't even know how many times I have been swept away by it. He quietly said, "Hyung." Sang-won glanced at him, voice gentle. "You okay?" Still feeling a little heavy. Seongyul smiled faintly. In his mind, he thought, there probably aren't many people who have seen Hyung like this. Whatever the reason, it makes me feel like I'm someone special. Sang-won leaned back with a teasing grin. "So, you still have time to think right now." The tension between them shifted into something warmer and softer. The air seemed to still as they moved closer. Sang-won reached out, brushing his fingers lightly along Seongyul's jaw. "You really enjoy being with me, don't you?" he asked. Seongyul blushed slightly. "Is Hyung always this naughty?" He smiled. "But I like it." Sang-won whispered, "My body has changed. I don't think I can be without you anymore, Seongyul. I need you." Seongyul looked into his eyes, voice quiet but firm. "I like you too, Hyung." They kissed, gentle, honest kiss, filled with everything they hadn't said aloud until now, closeness that went deeper than just physical. In the quiet that followed, Sang-won murmured, "So, would you ever want to have a baby with me?" Seongyul blinked, surprise. "Wait, no, that's not what I meant." Someone raised an eyebrow, playfully insistent. No, you don't want. But wouldn't that give you peace of mind? Hyun wants a baby with you, Seong-yul. He paused, looking at him more seriously. What about you? Would you want to have Hyun's baby? Seong-yul hesitated for a moment, then gave a soft nod. Yes, Hyun's baby. I will have it. Sang-won smiled and gently touched Seong-yul's cheek. Everything will be alright. You are so adorable, I can't help myself. Hyun, Seong-yul whispered. I love you, Seong-yul, Sang-won said, holding him close. I love you too, Hyun, Seong-yul said. They embraced again, not out of desire alone, but out of something deeper, something real. Between soft kisses, Sang-won whispered, you answer me too easily sometimes. I say, I love you, but that love comes with a dirty desire to never let you go away from me. Maybe even a selfish one. Seong-yul looked up at him, eyes sincere. And in that silence, nothing else needed to be said. Then we are shown that Seong-yul wakes up. Sang-won says, you are already awake. There is no need to get up, go back to sleep. Seong-yul replies, are you ready? I wanted to have breakfast together, but you didn't wake me up. He continues, I have a holiday next week. We can do it then. Seong-yul looks at the love bite on his body and says, what is this? Sang-won said, it's just that, the marks on your body look like letters. Seong-yul remembers what happened between him and Sang-won the day before. He says, so Hyun did this to me. Sang-won replies, yes, I did. Then Sang-won asks, can I come home early today? So we can have dinner together. Seong-yul responds, really? Then, can I go out for a while today? I will cook for you later. Should I do that? I want to do that. Sang-won thinks to himself, there is no reason to stop him anymore. Then he says aloud, it's no longer me who is forcing him to stay here, it's Seong-yul who is choosing to stay. Sang-won offers, I will ask the driver to pick you up. Just use my car. Seong-yul replies, no need. I'm just going to the supermarket for a bit. Do you want me to get anything? Sang-won says, no. Seong-yul asks, what is it? Sang-won responds, it's not important. It's about my previous engagement. It's officially cancelled, but the public announcement will take a while. Seong-yul asks, what? You met her. Sang-won says, this isn't something to talk about over the phone. But there won't be any more meetings now. As Sang-won leaves, he says, I'm heading out now. See you tonight. Seong-yul thinks to himself, I have never met anyone except Hyun. I have been almost completely cut off from the outside world. I know it's a business matter, but the feeling of sadness is still inevitable. We will see the story further tomorrow. One part of this story is left, which I will finish tomorrow. You will get the complete playlist of this manhwa on After BL channel. Search by the name of Alpha is Obsessed with Omega on YouTube, and you will get the playlist. Go and watch it. There is another playlist, which is by the name of Reversal of the Twist of the Inversion. You will get it on Rus BL channel, which is my second channel. Do go and watch it. So see you tomorrow, with the last part of Alpha is Obsessed with Omega. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share it. This helps me upload new video faster. Also, make sure to subscribe to the After BL channel, so you can continue enjoying awesome content like this.